Hello, guys. How are you? Thank you for being here again. Again, this is just the 2nd of January. Happy New Year. Uh, again, guys, let's try to help out still the Idaho for cases. um, Conspiracy theories to pull up some more details that you asked me for. Do check out my other videos about Idaho 4. They are in a long playlist of 500 videos about the missing people and conspiracy theory, as well as celebrity energy and celebrity death theories. So here it is. Once again, do check out my playlist. Justice will be served, as well the other like uh, anti-globalist, top war, Illuminati, royal secrets, royal family secrets. I do believe I name it like this. There is a long list of the teams, a broad list of the teams that I'm researching as well. Part of my first profession, so I'm writing about the geopolitical. Hello, sweetie Reno Poncia. Happy New Year as well, guys. My volunteer work in true crime stories is more than 25 years when I was volunteering and building first NGO for literally helping out victims of the violence. And due to that, I built up the first NGOs later on with women orphans and continue to do a live at the field on the spot, helping out other people in need, powerless people. This time through last 2 years during the lockdown, I got the idea to do the live stream with my hypersensible, medium, half medium, like I said, talent to share with you my readings. So this time we go for again Idaho 4, and here it is. Reno is writing something more. Yes, Happy New Year to you as well. Guys, you have sent me a lot, or you had sent me during the last 3 days when there is arriving the new suspected name, this PhD student from a Washington University that is just 15 minutes away from a Moscow, Idaho, where was the crime spot. You have sent me a different questions. So we go back into analyzing this. And you can as well write here after 1 month. I do believe after 1 minute from you subscribing, if you are new to this channel, you first need to subscribe and wait 1 minute to start writing and ask more questions. Of course, you can ask any of the questions under other videos as well, and I can see it in the system with the alarm. So that's another option. But please, just to support my free volunteer work for helping the justice to be revealed in any form with this more than 500 videos till now, must be more than that, maybe 550, because I'm doing regularly the crime scene. I'm doing weekly few videos per week as well. The first daily report usually is tarot horoscope mix of the warnings, and the second used to be a crime story. But I promise this time, today I start earlier. This is like, I do believe East Coast New York time is, um, I must be a lunch break, right? But here it is from South Europe, guys. Kisses from Athens, Greece. And literally, guys, I do see it, that whatever I had, whatever I said around this case, Idaho 4. I said it's coming like confirmation because I said in my first reading that that was a teamwork. Remember that. So there are a few different notes going around from my confirmation from my old reading that I recognize in this news of the 41st December when there was a news coming literally for New Year morning. We got a surprise that that guy was arrested. So we are going through a questions list as well. I'm going to compare with my old readings. So do check up the playlist. Justice will be served with other readings, including few readings already done for Idaho as well. Check up the short list of my TikTok, Instagram, specifically TikTok. Lately, I'm more on TikTok. And please don't forget to like there and subscribe as well to help me out reach there the live stream as well. So let's go for conspiracy theories. Reno, give me your questions connected to Idaho 4, please. Blessing to everybody, and let the family of Idaho 4 students have the justice served. So let's help them out. Uh, Today we start like with the story of the arrested this time, not just suspected, it's arrested up so far away from Idaho. Just do imagine in Pennsylvania was arrested 28 years old man on Friday, and this is a Monday when we are talking, recording this, and he was charged with murder in connection with the brutal killing of four University Idaho college students who were found stabbed to death overnight in, I do remember, 13th of November, right, around the Thanksgiving holiday in US. Man, Bryan C. Kohberger was arrested in Chestnut Hill Township in the Pocono Mountains region of Pennsylvania. He was denied bail and set to appear at an extradition hearing next week. So let's go and check up first. Uh, let's see. Will Bryan Kohberger have a trial in Idaho or Pennsylvania? That's a good question for start. So, guys, first I'm going to say, so people are undecided because there are other people involved. So, literally, the court system is undecided. They need one more person at least to start up and do the story back in Idaho. I see it like this. This is him being under the influence and being a part of the team, always showing me and collapsing the story with other people as well. Look at under the influence and tower moment. What I saw during the 31st early morning when I saw personally the news, and probably you as well, wherever you are, Europe or US, the news arrived that he was arrested, right, on Friday, it was just the day before New Year, 30th of December. And I saw, I pull up the cards and I didn't make the photo for you. I didn't make a video. I didn't make a short version, but I saw constantly repeating um, fake and a teamwork as well. I asked, was he doing the act of killing them and being inside of the house? And I saw that he was just waiting for them in a vehicle. It's very interesting. And really, he took uh, two more people being with him to do the, unfortunately, his sick job, his sick idea. So the story goes around this. So stay with me. This is just, again, guys, this is just a theories. And I do believe that this card undecided who to take. They need one more person at least to start this trial, this story around the Bryan Kohberger, and something is fishy here. Yes. As well, literally, guys, I do believe that he was somehow under under the dark web research. Bryan Kohberger, if you didn't know, he was literally on a next door university. So if this is University of Idaho campus in Moscow campus, right? Just 15 minutes of drive is of Washington. Just it's like what I understood over the border. I didn't check on the map, so forgive me. Apologize if I make a wrong statement. But it's a 15-minute drive to Washington University, where this guy, Bryan Kohberger, the story of tonight, suspected, the news suspected for the Idaho 4 uh, act is Bryan Kohberger, who was a doctorate PhD student on Washington University, just 15 minutes ahead. Um, I literally see that this guy as well, why he was researching, that's another thing. He was studying the forensic and a typical connected to this unfortunately sick idea of researching serial killer psychology and their connection reaction after the act of the murder, and connection reaction community and media, um, reaction in their life after that, after the crime scene. And uh, I do see Brian Kohberger literally having research pre-built look at uh, over the technology thing. I do believe that the FBI is researching now his files and computers, everything that was on the dark web, whatever he was researching, because there is a clue. The clue is going there because he was picking up, trying to get friendly and chatting with the people who were the part of this teamwork. I do believe that strictly he found it. These were not the friends of him. These were the people who he found online, and the proof will be online as well. Another thing that he had idea, I'm seeing that he had idea that to do it together with them, but he stayed outside and he was just waiting for them to finish the action. Like literally, like you have that, imagine a robbery of the bank and the guy sitting in the car and waiting things to happen. So Brian Kohberger, by my opinion, he was not inside of the house. Listen carefully. That's the sick part. That's the interesting because he's trying to be a foxy, and that's where we get this card. He literally know what he was doing, and the only thing that they can lean for Brian Kohberger at this moment, his online correspondence texting with these guys, with the team worker. Are they arrested? We are going there because the story is now going around. He's still undecided to talk or not. That's how I see at the moment, just the start of the reading. Let me see your comments because I'm reading the news comments. Guys, welcome to stay with your comments. Rena, what do you think? Let me just pull up the link for the later question. Here it is, guys. Instructions for later, for the new people, new members. So, like he was literally waiting outdoor, and he was as well. We won't know the things at the moment. There will be a blockage on information. Everything wait and hold on till the court. Uh, Again, look at the youngster involved. There will be a youngster involved. I said in my first reading that there was a one of the girls that was downstairs. Okay, in this house there were six people totally. There were the three levels, so almost like a basement level was literally two girls more, and these girls are safe and uh, they didn't have time to visit them. I see that one girl, I asked this in my first long reading. I researched, will they talk? Did they see? Did they hear something? Do they know the person? Did they do it? Go and check my long reading, the first one about this case. You can just put it in the search tool, Gala Travelogue in Idaho 4, and you will find a few of them. So literally I see that one of the girl, I made the statement, it's still confirming that one of the girl is having like literally a nerve-wracking stage. Should she talk or no? She needs to pull up the strength, and so at the moment investigation is trying psychologically to talk with her, to literally push her to push her to have that. I see as well the universe pushing her to be a brave one, because when you have a major arcana cards, and I had here too, look at free pardon, guys. Wow. Trial till trial, we are going to sit and do nothing, but on the trial, I'm going to be brave enough, even if there are so many people involved, even if I'm going to hurt some people around me as well, even if my life could be in danger. That's what this girl thinks. And that's why she feels like, wow, it's a little bit risky. Should I do it or no? On the start, she rejected to talk, and that was really at that moment was her own mechanism of protection, but that girl will talk, definitely. Again, let's see. Will Brian Kohberger reveal his team members? Wow. Yes, there is already evidence. Wow. It's already in evidence. Explaining, did Brian Kohberger paid, ordered this? Yes, in the past. Guys, because when I'm getting these cards, and yes, the first night when I saw his image, I asked the same question. He has pre ordered literally this. I do believe through the dark web, through the online communication forums, he literally pre ordered this. But as well, I hear him, he was so controlling, trying to put him, if you do this, you have to make me a report, you have to tell me this and that. Like he's doing a total research and he wants aftermath. He wants them as well to tell them and to observe them, to give them the like, to give him like a daily reports. Uh, Literally, like even if they are outdoor, they are part of his research. I do believe that he was trying daily to give them, to put him on the hook, literally daily to give, if whenever they give a new report, like he give them some kind of, this is like, wow, you make a statement, you give me what is your expression, you release your burden, your psychological reaction every day of the research, when it's literally their investigation running for these killers after the act was done, after the crime scene, and literally every day he's putting them like on a hook. They have to return for more cash because like every day when they send their report, they have whatever they release to him. After that, they get and they get an extra support, a small thing later, but he found the way to literally what he was already having, like for PhD, if he was having some kind of money, whatever he was at that moment working, including with this PhD, probably he was having that scholarship, I'm guessing, like, again, that he would give them every day for this report, and that literally, unfortunately, I must say that he had, this guy is very sick, he had idea to do it with other guys as well. Look at, it's not over, it's not over. He, over the media, there's more people that they wanted to be involved in his research, to be paid just to kill strangers, just from fun, like a hunting, paid to be a hunter in the game of Brian Kohberger. That's what I see. It was reverse, sorry guys. So yes. Uh, so police in Moscow, Idaho said he was charged with the 4 counts of murder and declined to identify a possible motive at a news conference on Friday. So yes, as you see, look at guys, I don't give a chance to talk to a media because this is my small secret. Like I keep that thing, that will be my thing. Whatever I know, my knowledge, uh, I'm going to use just for, I'm going to still controlling the situation, and I'm, that's the opinion of Brian, and that I'm controlling the situation and I'm going to blackmail, and I don't give them a chance, media, to know what was the purpose, what was the motive. That's why it's here. He denied a statement, a possible motive at the news conference on Friday. So early morning killing spree took place in a home near the campus of University of Idaho November 13, and the authorities spent weeks trying to identify suspect. Police said that they had received more than 19,000 tips, collected 113 pieces of physical evidence, taken about 4,000 photographs, and conducted more than 300 interviews. They also gradually walked back a series of early assumptions, including that there was no danger to the public. The details that have emerged have only deepened the mystery surrounding the killing agents, who appear to have been spending a typical Saturday night in community that had not recorded a murder in 7 years. They were stabbed to death inside a rental house while two others, like I said on the start, six people that were living inside of this rental house, they were stabbed to death inside the rental house while two others who were downstairs apparently slept through the attack. Like I said, this is just the news. I'm repeating, one girl saw everything and he's pulling the courage to tell. Only in a court case during the court she will tell. She won't talk before to a media. So don't push her. As well, I do believe that as well, if it's already a deal, she already said like, okay, just protect me from a media, but I'm going to talk on a trial. Phone logs indicate that two of the victims made several unanswered calls to a friend in the early hours. And again, guys, this has nothing to do with the team of the killers. At this point, whatever was the last calls repeating, like a several unanswered calls to a friend in the early hours, and nobody, literally stated, nobody called 911 to report and ask for help. Uh, I'm repeating this is not important because these were the outsiders, not somebody in the circle of, not somebody from a phone list of these people. Three of the victims, Madison, 21, Kaylee, 21, Xana, 20, lived at the house, and Ethan Chapin, 20, was visiting the girlfriend, Xana. So there were the four victims. So let's just uh, research this possibility. Um, what happened with a PhD student? He was from Washington State University, that is less than 10 miles from the site of the murder, and had been studying criminal justice criminology according to the school website. Everything is ordinary. There was nothing online when people were researching. I do understand that there was nothing extraordinary in his past. I mean, illegal activities. He was having a bachelor degree in 2020, completed graduate studies in June 2022. Um, DeSale University, by the way. Um, Kohberger had an apartment in Pullman, Washington. The top prosecutor in Latah County, Idaho, said Bill Thompson the details about him as well, that he had been charged with these four counts of first degree murder and felony burglary and was denied bail as he awaits an extradition hearing set for Tuesday afternoon in Pennsylvania. So tomorrow it will be interesting. Did I just said they still need something more? It's not enough to pull him to. They need a proof, and I just hear a proof of life. Like I said, it won't happen the first hearing in Idaho, Moscow. It's going to be there where he was found in Pennsylvania. So remember, today when we recorded this, it's a Monday, the 2nd January. So Tuesday afternoon, Pennsylvania time, right? Probably that will be afternoon time, Tuesday afternoon. If you are guys again from Europe, it will happen around. I'm going to talk about this after midnight European French time as well. If you are from East Coast, from US, but I'm going after the New York time guys zone, and I do believe Pennsylvania the same time zone. Um, Welcome to tell me if I'm wrong. Um, Literally, it will be like it's, I'm repeating, the Tuesday afternoon, Pennsylvania, the hearing. And we are going to talk immediately after that what are the new details I'm going to make. I promise tomorrow night, the Tuesday after the hearing in Pennsylvania, I'm going to make a new report. So the police back in Idaho and Moscow declined to identify a possible motive on that conference on Friday as well. Like I said, only that person is now on this list, uh, public, right, as exposed. But let's ask again, is Brian Kohberg having a teamwork of one more person? Wow. First of all, there is regular people who are paid. This is my card when somebody is paid, contractor. And literally, like I said, he paid in the past. Remember, he had paid in the past, look at others to do this thing. So there were people who were paid for a small cash to do this. This is so, so sick. And as well, yes, definitely look at, he was just orchestrated, but these people are away, like they just already moved. And as well, what he broken the pattern of his original plan, that he literally told to the teamwork what he told to be a part and do with them. He literally has a failure because he just stayed outdoor and they were just doing everything. Let's see. Was there two more people with Coburg? Because yes, it's true. Because yes, look at, there was, he was orchestrated this, but on other side, look at guys, he was just watching. Like I'm having the cards. Literally, there was a three of pentacles, then was a three of wands. Like somebody's holding, waiting. Like I said, in the car, waiting outdoor, and this person is literally the organizer while they're doing the action. Um, let's see. Did the teamwork? Did the teamwork notice? Wow. Again, I'm going to repeat, like I said, two more people in the car. Somebody said on the camera, two more people. Yes, answer is yes. Yes, and they were paid. This was like a job. Like I said, he ordered a contractor, paid, and they literally walked away. Like, finally, will they find these people? Because again, you don't know when he's ordering people online. Literally, you don't know who are these real people. Like, what are their real names? Who are these people? Are we going to catch the members of this team, the rest of the members of the team who killed Idaho 4? Because again, guys, I have unfortunately the card. Look at, they walked away. They walked away. Look at, two cards telling me that they're like they walked away. Did Brian Kohberg left without them? Did Brian Kohberg uh, killed anybody in this house? He was strategically just, he was foxy. He was strategically just being there, like I said, watching the action. Was Brian Kohberg having a sick idea of any kind of SA action? Yes, he has some kind of uh, sick idea, fantasy of having SAR thing with a dead person. Wow. Did Brian Kohberg, did he do it? This SA thing to a already dead person? Wow. I see in the past time he was doing somewhere else this thing. Wow, look at in the past time, but it's too late. Like you cannot catch him for that other action. Right. Wow. Will the good question, will Brian Koberg in future when he's in a prison, in a real prison, will reveal the rest of his criminal actions? Yes. Wow. This guy will write, continue writing. I mean, guys, this guy is a PhD student. He's ready to write and publish his. I mean, guys, first, what? Let's be real. We have something to change in the system. The people who are doing something against community, some criminal act. They shouldn't be allowed to publish and have income from a journalist writing their stories, writing the movies, or writing the book. They shouldn't allow them to have any kind of profits. That's really a mistake of the system. You give them the free. First of all, they are not punished enough. They're just staying in a prison. Then you give them the free food, free staying, and then they have published their work. Plus, they can get money for their work while they are staying in a prison, and plus, they are getting the money through that media attention, TV, Netflix thing. That's why I don't like to watch on Netflix the serial killers. Yes, I like to see the documentary about geopolitics and some conspiracy theory, but I don't like to see the serial films about any serial killer. I don't want to support him with me clicking 2 hours watching some sick guy or representation performance of his life. Yes, let's not support this. So who is there? Sky Z. Hello. Let's see. Sky Z is giving us more infos. Guys, sorry, I was not reading. I'm reading now. I was reading the news from some articles. So Sky Z said a drug. Thank you for being here, guys. A blessing. A drug addict in high school is pretty odd to me, anyways. A murder for hire. I'm not so sure about that. I think others may be involved, but from a money exchange, more like a common evil interest. Yes, I said that on the start. Sky said you were not on the start. I said before I opened card that literally I think through his research he was connected because he was researching specific team in his for his PhD. He was researching that post effect, post crime effect on a serial killer. What is their mood, right? Behavior after the crime scene and influence of the community and medias when they press him, when they're on the run, what I understood. And I do believe that he took, because it's always happening to me, the cards of technology, the online thing. He found these totally strangers and he paid them, like I said. This is always in any of my cold cases, true crime stories. It's paid and it's confirmed many times. So this is paid to do the job. Somebody, wow, really, like somebody, not even professional, online connection, like I said. Where is the car? So it was here. Wait a second. I put it down. Yes, page report. So found on the internet on dark web, unofficially, and literally he paid them in the past. My cards are today different, right? It's a mix of things because there are different theories. So I'm reading a little bit of reports as well. I'm making my own personal comments even before I started a tarot opening. As well, guys, do check up the previous reading that I have done. As well, I'm comparing with my reading that I done on 31st when I saw the face of this guy. Because like I said, first, my connection, my tool is I do the image searching and I do the aura reading of that guy. And then I do the tarot reading in a live stream. So that's how particularly I connect to spirits through that, uh, literally searching that person, just image googling and trying to connect to him. Let's see more theories. Welcome to ask some questions. Guys, said, do you have any other possible theory and question and theory connected to Idaho 4, please? Please leave your questions. I can research it today. So there is one more story. Okay, I don't go there. I already made the statement, so there is one more story. What about series of phone calls in the hours before the killing? Many students were out for a typical Saturday night socializing. So yes, I don't go there. Literally, I don't go there. Like I said, telephone calls will not take us anywhere. There is a story around this suspected, right? Bryan, his sister, is his sister living totally like in the same street, even next house? I'm going there 1 second. Let me confirm this because that question I didn't do. Thank you for suggesting. That's what I see you send me from Instagram and Twitter. Guys, I'm on computer. I'm reading from other mailboxes here. So, what's happening? Let's see. What's suspected Bryan sister living? Here it is, the girl. Was Bryan's sister living? Yes, yes. In this street. Yes, and you know what? It seems like this guy was like, he was there before. Like, let's see. Wow. Did did Bryan had a connection with one of the girls in this same house? Wow, I see like two times. He was two times in the house. Interesting. Or he knew two, specifically two persons there. And I see the girls' cards. These are the girls specifically. And the boys that they were doing instead of him, that job, the paid one, killers, ordered, pre-ordered, did they know where they are going? No, it was online connection. Again, guys, look at the same card, Page of Swords. So my tarot tonight is not odd, it's repeating. Another thing that we don't have that we in our question this goes around because it's really there is a lot of twist in this. Even the suspected to be a PhD student of the criminology, that he should be on the right side of the justice, right? And having this twist that this person who was supposed to in future to work for FBI and protecting us, the same person is promoting the killers and to happen a new gross crime and not one, four, and eventually not just four. It was he planned all the house, six of them. Uh, so Bryan was the only one having a knowledge of the plan of this house. Wow, yes, he was the only one going there, visiting. Guys, just to think like going over a coffee or drink. Here it is. Wow, with the family member, right? If that was his sister, gathering for fun with others. But as well, there is a rejection mode and fantasy of one girl that I saw from the start. Specifically, I said that there was a person who has a fantasy, one girl that was rejected. That was on the start from the first zero details from a first that was from a Thanksgiving reading in Italy. Because there's a few readings of mine of Idaho for case, and I said that there was a rejection and revisiting, like rejected to be lover. Look at, yes, just talking but not doing it. Wow. And fantasy, like I said, look at, remember the cards here. One second, where's the card? I have so many cards now here. Wait a second. Manifesting, yes, manifesting the fantasy with a dead person killed, and then having an act of doing the R thing with that person that literally he has a peak, how to say, he was literally specifically one person he had that idea in his mind. Was he in the car while they were doing this? Yes, yes. As well, you know, guys, it will be like it's very sick because I see him that he's as well while he's there, like he has like they done some camera. He was having there is recorded thing, like guy is literally holding a telephone or computer while he's waiting for them and he's watching the act. Could he have this like a body cam installed to these guys, and they the deal was to be recorded? The thing, it seems so. Yes, recorded. Here, the media card. He's watching and it's recording. Oh my god! So I'm going to repeat to put it here together with the other media cards. Question corner. So media, 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 and what was the broken thing? Broken fantasy, not turned to an action. Sorry, I didn't bring the water. uh, the thing with that broken, because I have few times in any reading was at the end, like he's holding and not doing something to the end that was his master plan. So he took this, he paid these boys to do this thing instead of him, and then he didn't finish something that was his final thought. Yes, they were killed, eliminated, I heard, but as well the action to him to do that thing, or to a corpse of specifically one girl that he had fantasy to do her after killing her while she's literally dead, he couldn't perform. So I do believe that there was like a pattern of this. I have a sexual fantasy for doing that, but on other side I couldn't make it during that act. Remember, there was one specific girl that was decapitated. I do believe that one. Was that one that was decapitated girl, the one that knew him? Yes, that was injustice. She rejected him in the past. That's why having the card all the time, rejection, possible lover. Wow, just the flirtings but not doing it. And he found that rejection like a total betrayal. Guys, like wow, that's why I'm just going to repeat. Many times when there is act of violence, there is literally a statement that like 80% of the cases when there is act of violence, it's happening from your friends, from the known person, not from a stranger. Imagine this, because I have like a 25 years of volunteering with the victims of the violence, and that's what it is. So this is like act of betrayal, because this person, the one that he wanted to have that sick fantasy, first to literally decapitate her, and then literally with that kind of person to have that act, he has betrayed from her side. She didn't want to have nothing with him. You see, somehow the gut was telling her that he she should avoid this guy. She understood something is wrong. How I see it. Like, yes, he was talking with him. She understood that he watched her as a sexual object. Look at the card, Queen of Wands. But as well, how she looked him not good and serious. So she rejected. And the card confirming yes, yes, two times that yes, one of the girl knew him. There was a rejection for a start as a motive. Second. You asked me, hello, oh my God, there is more question. Let me see. Ali said, definitely this is not what my gut feels. What do you think? I feel that they took long to make an arrest because this was planned someone else more than one. Yes, I said you were not here, Alice. I said that on the start. It was the people who were paid to do, paid to do. And yes, paid to do in the past. And yes, these are incognito people, two cards online, two different decks telling me. It's like you pick up the people, total stranger from the dark web, wherever they are, right? And gathering wherever he's researching about people who are having, who can do this kind of plan. But he's the master plan. That's what it is. He was personally not doing. That's what I'm going to say. Of course, he's totally 200% responsible for this sick idea. The twist information will happen more, believe me. This is not everything, because as well, he's not ready to talk. He's leaving everything for later. And I'm just going to say that he won't say even enough for a court, but there are literally one of the girl will talk. That was two girls saved, right? That they were downstairs from all these six students living in a villa. The two alive one will have to say something that will be that will be kind of proof. But literally, um, I see him that he will try to control the situation by literally not telling everything what he done in the past time, and definitely, um, this guy in future will have intention from a prison to publish and write the thing and publish and be paid for his story. This is so sick. That's what I said. But you have to go, Alice, from the start and see the whole. Look at the last card again. The teamwork. Did we say teamwork? And he's on the watch. I said this few times. Again, I'm repeating. Teamwork. He had a strategy. Okay, I'm going to leave you here. You do this as well. I'm joining then and then. But he literally, as well, the last thing that he has on his mind to do that act of with the fantasy girl from the house, he didn't do that thing. Yes, they literally decapitated her, but he didn't do that thing that he wanted to do with her. So yes, I'm going to repeat again. Yes, it was a teamwork with paid in the past, and for his work, for his PhD research, people contractor paid simply from the incognito people from online that they don't have nothing to do with, they don't know this community in this house. Only he met one of the girl, because as well, remember from the family as well card, that card is coming here, a card of 10 of cup here. Remember, somebody said that his sister was in this camp and literally in this street. Somebody even made a statement, I don't know, you confirm me, if she was literally a neighbor of them, because like literally as well, I have asked the question, was he inside of this house before? And through the house, through the invitation of his sister, he was there before, and he was flirting with one girl that rejected him. So here it is, that fantasy goes to that specific girl. So another thing here about, for Brian, we are going to talk for sure in the future, but did he did he try to do these things in the past time? Did he personally kill first? For me, the killer is, even if a mastermind but didn't do the act, he is a killer for me. But another thing, and anybody who promote idea of writing the things online should be put in jail even if not doing any act. Anybody who is on there on dark web, I'm seriously about this. Another thing, guys, did he organize this kind of thing in the past time? We can go there with that question. Did suspect Brand organize the act of killing before? Oh my God. Yes, for his research, for his studies. Again, the same cards. Everything for the PhD. Oh my God, this guy is gross. I mean, I was writing PhD a few years ago. Wow, wow. As well, look at guys. Wow, wow. But people walked away. There was literally, he was pushing this idea a few times, but people walked away. Look at Eight of Cups and Tower moment. Wow. So was this a first time organized, the serial killing act from organized by Bryan? No, this guy was taking an action before, but like I said, they walked away. This is the first time being brave enough. So is there more victims of his ideas? He walked away. Yes. Look at Five of Pentacles. He walked away in the past time. Like I said in the first opening. Yes, he walked away. He tried, but he walked away. He was entering in this house. Look at, guys. What's another thing? He entered the house to try to do that his fantasy. That was a final thing to do afterwards. But as well, he walked away. And that's where we have this failure with this sexual dysfunctional during that fantasy turned to realization to act, and that's what is his was his final goal, but he didn't do it. And that's why I have a Five of Pentacles and Nine of Cups. What was his final idea? He didn't do it with the dead corpse of that girl that rejected him. So I'm going to stop here. Like, I have literally now, it's not personal in me. I never coughing. This is just connection with the spirits. Like, he's not talking still. This guy is still not talking. He's not collaborating at all. And he will be really persistent. This guy won't talk at all. He's going to start writing some things when he's finally living in a jail. So remember, guys, never to support any kind of whatever is television, making the serial or movie about any of the serial killer, because we are supporting literally this kind of sick guy to have to be paid for their sick action toward attacks toward community members. Like, how sick is this? They shouldn't be paid for anything. They shouldn't even have a food on a daily basis. Like, we are supporting them literally. What is this? And plus to pay them to give us the scenario, to give us the screenplay, right? Literally, like a Hollywood is in advance paying somebody. It sounds like that, because if they pay them later, like to have a movie around any kind about any serial killer, it's like you're whoever is in future going to have these sick ideas, like he said, well, I can be that guy, I can be just fine being in a prison and writing my stories and being celebrity. Like, how sick is this idea? Again, I must say that the intention of this guy was not to be celebrity. He was just having his sick idea of PhD research. Like a nerdy sick idea. That's what I'm getting. But this will turn to a writing, and yes, then will be only the information will start for him publishing. I think he's going for a book. That's what I'm saying. And they shouldn't let him to publish the book as well. Yes, because it's against the community. It's harassing all these parents and people who had loved this. As well, it's trauma for the rest of the all the university members, right? And for the next generation that they want to come next year and the years after, because it's like never happened there. Last 7 years they didn't have any kind of crime. So guys, so much about the conspiracy theories around the new suspected, Bryan Kohberger. Let me see if there was something else that you sent now on other applications and more questions connected to this. About about the survivor, two roommates, I already made the statement. One will talk on the court, not before. Somebody made a statement. Will there be somewhere around in the yard, like 5 feet away in the yard of this, in the garden of the same house? Uh, is there a proof of moved thing? Unfortunately, a part of body, and I can check that one. Will there find in the garden of the house where Idaho forward step left? It's already promoting online. Yes, yes, it's already. Yes, yes. I'm not going to analyze about what happened the weeks before around the being left there, the rabbit and the dog. I was talking about this in a previous live stream. Let me see more. Anything more? You were just sending the stories around the girls' life of the girls that they were living in this house. So, guys, we are going to return to this case tomorrow, the third, generally the third Tuesday afternoon, Pennsylvania time. There will be uh, hearing. So we are going to talk about that the day after, right, or tomorrow night. So if you like this, don't forget to subscribe, put the alarm bell so see when I'm next time in the live stream. Usually I'm after 6 p.m. Europe time and lunch break noon time Europe time. European French time I'm around 6 p.m. and midnight afternoon. So welcome to join. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting this channel, guys. Let's pray that the justice will be served. Some people they ask me about talking with the spirits of Idaho 4. First of all, I must say I'm connected with the spirits when I'm literally when I get instruction to do this. I try to this on the start, literally just few minutes before, and this time it didn't work out. So the ghost story this time still it's not in there. Yes, I prepared the two tools, two ghost boxes, and I done my thing, my preparation for this, but I didn't connect still. So that will we will leave for our next live stream. Let's be guided with the spirits. Let's not push the things. Guys, welcome to check the rest of the readings. More than 500 videos of justice will be served. The cold cases, the missing people, the true crime stories, the fresh true crime stories, conspiracy theories, as well as celebrity deaths and celebrity energy marriage readings as well. As well, check up the geopolitical themes of the war and royal secrets and the dating tips and the family secrets and the ritual list of a blessing, attracting the abundance. Again, guys, don't forget this is the start of 2023. The last year was so much intense with a lot of not just violence, it was so much intense, even with little spiritual war aggravating from that Nazi story, and war between evil and good. So we need to pray and never stop praying before you sleep. And the first thing you do in the morning, please do pray for a peace to reveal all the untold secrets of the world profiteers, and as well as to pray that these families of the four Idaho and everybody who are beloved and who are praying for secrets to be revealed, of mystery of this death to be revealed, and the real killers to be in a prison. And the one that they are already away, like I said, the people who were team members with the Brian, who were paid to do this thing instead of Brian, to be brought to a justice. Peace and love.